Say again? Education is stagnant. What new initiative ideas would you support? This is for any and all.
Actually, I do have a bill. It's an education savings account bill. It's going to be controversial. I've been pushing this for 5 years. I first heard about this at a conference in Salt Lake. The Freedman Foundation had this idea. I have a bill. It's RS. I've met with the governor. RS means it's a routing slip. That means it is ready to go before a committee. That's what it makes an RS. Well, I should say, for those who don't know, because there are a lot of people here who don't know me. I'm Ron Mendive. I just said that here, but District Here, and I'd just like to thank everybody that came to this event today. There are a lot of people I don't know, and that's really good. Anyway, back to the RS. It's a bill that's ready to go before a committee and possibly be introduced. The committee gets to decide if they want to introduce it. If they introduce it, then you have a full bill hearing. There's quite a bit to getting a bill, especially something like this that is that controversial. What an education savings account is, which I'll explain it to you, more and more people are finding out about it. More and more people are thinking it's a realistic way to reform education to a small degree. And an education savings account is the state would appropriate money in an account for the people who opt out of the public education system. And then those people can put that money into the school of their choice. If they want to homeschool, it goes to the fund. They can buy tutoring, they can buy music lessons, they do different things. There's a board, there's a group of people that will determine what are allowable expenses. But anyway, that's in a nutshell. That's kind of an education savings account. It's total parental choice in education. A lot of times I've seen people that campaign on education choice and they want education choices, but they don't necessarily want parental choice. And this would be parental choice. This would give the parent the full autonomy to decide what type of education was most suited to their child. So if I'm not able, I may get it introduced this year. I don't know how far it's going to go, but if you like the idea, meet with me about this, because if I just get introduced, then the next step would be through the summer to rally the troops and get people to understand what it is.
It's to rally the troops, get people to understand what it actually is. If you support it, education choice for parents, then I think we can get this, but it may be a long haul thing. Sometimes, one thing you learn down in Boise is it takes patience. There are 105 of us. We all think our idea is the best one, but you have to convince a majority of those other 105 people. So anyway, it's something I've had in the works for 5 years, and every year I get a little closer. So.
We do have 2 seats up here and a couple of seats over here, so 2 seats over there. Sir, we're taking questions here.
Don?
Yes.
Or can I just add on to me?
Yeah, well, we'll work on line.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, I'm Don Cheatham from District 3, and to clarify, I'm not Ron Mendive's dad. So last year, Ron and I were in the Education Committee and Paul, and we tried to pass it. It was charter schools, and charter schools wanted to go outside the Board of Education's, correct me if I'm wrong, Ron, but they wanted to hire their own superintendent for their school because, administrator. And so we were supporting that, but we didn't get it through. But yesterday in the Senate, we got it through 21-12. And the neat thing is, they have a new certificate for superintendents. And bottom line is, charter schools want to have their own superintendent. You know, parents have kids, not schools. They send their kids to charter schools. They want to have their own superintendent. We reviewed this applicant's resume, and a guy, I mean, for career technical or for anything, you'd hire this guy no matter what profession you're in. His resume was Pentagon, you know, he instructed pilots, but in a variety of careers and stuff, a variety of fields. So anyway, we thought that was very, very good that we got that bill passed yesterday. Did I miss anything?
just wanted to point out two initiatives that our new governor pointed out during his State of the State address. One was a children's council that was going to advise him on all things children, not necessarily just K-12 education. He also is going to form another task force on K-12 education. We had one under our previous governor, Governor Otter, obviously was in office for 12 years. I think we've got an opportunity to make some pretty big changes and new ideas coming in. I think if you follow Governor Little and his initial steps, he's definitely willing to take a different tack than his predecessor. And so I think hopefully we'll have a good opportunity to come together and figure out some new ideas and see where we can go from there.
Thank you. Steve?
This isn't really an answer to the question, but I think it's an important piece of information in regards to education. I got elected in 2010. The fiscal year budget for the state of Idaho for 2011 was $2.3 million, slightly over $2.3 billion. Okay, this year the budget for K through 16 is $2.3 billion. So the budget for education in Idaho this year will be roughly equivalent to the entire state budget when I got elected in 2010.
Okay, for Mendive, this